Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Fitness Friday, Positive Tips with Rachelle. Folks, we're on Fitness Friday. It is always the best day of the week. Gotta love it, gotta love it, gotta love it. Folks, where's Waldo? Where's Rachelle? You never know. Well, today is Sunday, November 20th. I am actually back here at the Hampton Inn and Suites Fitness Room in Greenville, Mississippi, the heart of the Mississippi Delta. And certainly, when you think about the lineage of my parents, and certainly my family starts right here, or started right here in Greenville. And so, as I mentioned, that episode that I filmed here in July of this year, my dad is one of 15, lost one brother in Vietnam, all siblings, all the remaining siblings are all still living. And so I actually got here yesterday for a funeral, as my dad is the second oldest, and so my aunt, so the oldest, she lost a son, tragically in a motorcycle accident. So all here for the funeral, very, very large family. And so my mother's side was one of 10 and her twin died. So very, very large family and very, very long, deep roots here in the heart of the Mississippi Delta in Greenville, Mississippi. So it's always great to be back here. And so keeping in spirit and certainly in line with the series that I'm doing on the power of decisions, decided to drop this episode in from certainly a location that I've been to earlier this year, a few months ago, here this summer, here at the Hampton Inn, and I highlighted the Act Now, Feel Good Later, the tagline. We have many different taglines that encompass certainly very similar themes. I've highlighted a number of times this year, Edge Fitness, with the Better Out There Starts in Here tagline. So yeah, a lot of different taglines, all pointing back to all roads to good aspects of life lead to and certainly start with fitness. Certainly look back on the 28 years of my fitness journey. That Better Out There Starts in Here certainly rings true. Can describe my fitness journey in just a few words. That would be it right there. But folks, on to today's content, folks. So as I mentioned a number of weeks ago, highlighted an article where it talked about marketing, it was highlighting marketing and certainly channels of distribution. We think about the 4 P's of marketing. Quickly, just for continuity, I want to come back to that and just highlight it. 4 P's of marketing: product, price, promotion, and place. That place can be placement where the product or service is available, and certainly distribution is another way to think about that. How is the product brought to market? Where is it available? Where can it be purchased? Yada, yada, yada. Where can an individual use or try the product? Yada, yada, yada. And so what has changed here from the July filming that I did here, that I highlighted in that episode, is before the end of 2022, Hilton brands of hotels, and there's several brands within the Hilton umbrella, are going to have Peloton bikes available at their hotel chains within the brand. And so what you see here in front of me right there is a Peloton bike. So that has changed. This is a real life example of certainly something that I've discussed from a marketing perspective, what's here, what's available, and how it can be certainly get into individuals and allow individuals perhaps who maybe wouldn't, order one through traditional channels, as vis-a-vis an ad, seeing an ad on TV and placing an order that way, yada, yada, yada. But they may gain some experience or exposure in a situation like this and decide, okay, well, I tried that when I was on a business trip somewhere, when I was at this hotel or this resort, yada, yada, yada. This is maybe an option for them to give it a try. Of course, here on this Fitness Friday episode, but all of my episodes are never to promote a product, service, entity, chain, nothing like that. This is merely a real life example of something that I've highlighted, told you it was coming. Here's an example. It is right here. It is right here. And of course, in the spirit of transparency, old school Rachelle is going to be hopping on this recumbent bike right here behind me. It's certainly the treadmills that you can't see that are out of frame, as well as this treadmill. Old school. That's just how I do for the last 28 years. And so I'm not going to be phony or fake or pretend that I'm going to, with all due respect, hop on this bike over here and give it a try and give it a whirl. You don't see me hopping on cycling bikes or spinning bikes or anything like that in any other gym. That's just not a preference of mine. I like the old school stationary and incumbent bike. So with all due respect, rah. Kudos to those individuals, many individuals who love those, and then certainly, with all due respect, I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to be phony and portray something that is not going to happen, quite frankly, even for the sake of filming folks. But what is going to happen in 2023. And so you know, for the theme of 2022, I shared with you a number of times. The theme from a Fitness Friday perspective has been for 22, a panoramic view in 2022. So I've highlighted different things that I typically normally wouldn't highlight on these episodes this year. So for my theme for 2023, I already have it is, there's more to see in 23. So I'm going to highlight some additional things here in 2023 that's coming up. And one of the things that I've decided to do, in the spirit and the power of decisions, is to highlight, from time to time, I'm a voracious reader. And so leadership, certainly all nonfiction. All nonfiction. So leadership, business, success, different things like that. So religious books and just inspirational, a lot of inspirational, particularly founders, innovators, things like that. Entrepreneurship, love those type of books. And so Dollar Tree, again, I've been to Dollar Trees all over the country. And so the Dollar Tree that when I was in, during this particular trip, they had this book, because they're a wonderful source. A number of years ago I learned that, just have a wonderful source of all types of books. I guess other bookstores, for the books that they aren't able to sell, they source them to Dollar Tree, so you get distribution, right? So they source them to Dollar Tree, and then Dollar Tree sells them, and so I get all different types of books, and it's just wonderful, just one of my many sources in which I buy books. And so actually bought this one. This one was available, and I recommended. I haven't even started reading it yet, but the title of this one is This Is Big, and it's by Marissa Meltzer. And so it's how the founder of Weight Watchers changed the world and me. So this is going to be one of the books that I'm going to highlight for 2023, and I actually bought one a couple of years ago. I remember it was during COVID. I believe I bought that one from a Dollar Tree in Missouri, Cape Girardeau, Missouri. I was there driving through on my way to Louisiana during the height of COVID in 2020, and that was actually a really good read, certainly from a leadership perspective, and want to highlight Soul Cycle and some of the early years. But there's always leadership lessons that can be gleaned and can be learned. And so that's what I'm going to be highlighting. This is not going to be a book review and buy this, don't buy this, because I'm never promotional on these episodes. That is never my intent. But what I want to do, what I strive to do, is to pull out some leadership lessons and things that we can all learn from and just apply them to our own journeys and lives, if applicable. All right. So the success of others should never be a threat to our own success. Let's just open our eyes and learn as much as we can and grow. So we're going to have some fitness-oriented, probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 books in 2023 I will highlight. And so I'm so excited. I cannot wait for that. So partnering, just continuing to do something that I love, is that's Fitness Friday episodes. Also coupling that with books that I read. I mean, it can be just any more positive, synergistic combination. Just cannot wait, folks. So that is all I have for you today. Stay tuned for next week. Continue this discussion on the power of decisions. Talk about the evolution of Fitness Friday, these Posi-TIPS. Some of the early stumbles. Oh my goodness, it is so funny. But see, you got to look back and laugh. You got to we can't take ourselves too seriously, folks. We're all imperfect. We're all learning and growing and doing better each and every day, and that's all that matters, folks. So I cannot wait for that. Stay tuned for that. But until then, always remember, I'm positively passionate about your fitness and success, as well as decisions. Make it a great day.